Tonight I mean to pay back the man who ruined my life, our lives. Think of it, Batman. To never again walk on a summer's day with the hot wind in your face and a warm hand to hold. Oh yes, I'd kill for that.
Nerdy.
Nostalgic.
Madly inappropriate.
This
is Nerd Hat.
Nerd hat, I was late. Why am I a robot?
Nerd Hatters.
Hey.
Nerds who wear the thing upon their head, which is nerdy. I really don't know what to say at this
The
point.
hat of nerds. The nerd hat.
Do you like feet?
Feet?
We were just talking about it.
Yeah, we were just talking about feet and foot fetishes and
You didn't need to know that.
yeah.
But now you do. So
Now
now
you
you're
do.
involved.
We're
So,
not weird people.
you're
okay?
welcome.
That's far from true, Will. But okay.
I don't want to touch Richard's feet, Laura.
I think you do. You tried earlier.
There was a
Yeah.
thumbtack on the floor. I was saving his life.
I'm just saying that this isn't a video, so you could really be doing anything.
He secretly has a subscription to OnlyFeet.
Richard! Richard!
I like
Richard!
Funyuns.
Or OnlyFoots. I should call OnlyFoots.
Can we not? I don't like where this is going. This is weird.
Well, what was our previous record for how long it took us to start talking about genitals?
What?
There was an episode where we're like, this is the fastest we've ever started talking about genitals.
There was a child present.
She's asleep.
Okay.
Anyway, nerds, we're here celebrating the 4-year anniversary.
4 years.
4-year anniversary of the Nerd Hat podcast.
I feel old. I am going to turn into Thanos dust.
I'm just
Thanos
tired.
dust?
Thanos dust.
Thanos dust.
The S
Oh,
was
Thanos.
silent.
Oh,
Thanos
yeah.
dust. Yes. Mr. Stark, I'm scared. Turn the fan off, please.
I just feel like he
I
will
sent
always
that
look
Spider-Man
16.
gift to someone on Facebook today.
Oh, did you? The one I made?
Yeah, I think someone was talking about how many years that something or another released, and I was like, I don't feel so well.
Well, we are going back to the very beginning of the podcast for
When
the
we were
first part
young.
of our celebration. So I was retracing my steps, and the very first official topic, as far as TV shows, movies, etc., that I reviewed was Batman the Animated Series. That was my favorite show growing up as a child. I think DuckTales would have been a close second. Darkwing Duck probably in there somewhere. Tailspin, Chip and Dale, Garfield and Friends. Those were your Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Got to throw that in there too.
Don't forget Gummy Bears. I'm just joking.
I was not allowed to watch Gummy Bears, as you well know, sir. Now, Will and I were talking about that the other day. My parents did not allow me to watch Gummy Bears because it had sorcery, magic. Yes, it was called Gummy Bears, but one of the Gummy Bears was a wizard. And yeah, that's all I'll say about Gummy Bears. Anyway, Batman the
I
Animated
like the
Series
joke.
was my favorite
Like
TV
the-
show as a kid. It came out when I was around, 1992, so I would have been around 9 years old. Yeah, I think when it premiered, probably would have been 9 years old. So that's
I was
prime
3.
time for animated Batman universe. This was my first Batman. Wasn't Michael Keaton, although I was aware of the Michael Keaton movies. I did not see either of them because my parents would not have allowed me to see that, and that was a good decision on their parts.
Why?
They're both PG-13. They're more adult. Batman Returns in particular. So I was not allowed to see either of those as a kid. So this was my first exposure to any Batman on the screen, as it were. I think I had read some Batman comics prior to this a little bit, but
I was watching the Batman Keaton films as they released, pretty much.
nice. That would have been cool. I would have, if I'd gotten to see one of those in theaters, that would have been pretty cool. But I'm actually glad, though, that Kevin Conroy was my first Batman, and he's still my favorite Batman. So Laura has joined Will and I. Will and I have already seen this episode, but this is officially Laura's first time ever watching an episode of the Batman the
Any
Animated Series.
episode.
Oh, hey guys. I'm
Yeah.
here.
Because I noticed that you were at the introduction. I was like, you have never seen an episode of the show in your
Never
life.
seen an episode. I think I saw where
And I
we
said,
were living
blasphemy.
before.
Heresy.
I saw that you were watching
Yes.
it, but I think if I'm no, yeah, I don't like cartoons. I was gonna say something different. I
I-
like them; they're great,
I
but I
almost-
don't watch them on my free
Right.
time.
You
I
don't use
want
your
a
free will
I
that
want a
way.
sympathetic, stressed out human being to have, fake emotional eye contact with. Okay, like I want to.
What?
Yeah, like so I want to watch live action.
Okay.
That's just if I have to. So
Gilmore Girls and New Girl, baby.
and that's just trash, and I will listen to trash all
New
day
Girl is
long.
not trash. Slap your tongue.
What's not trash?
I
New-
watch
New
Gilmore
Girl.
Girls.
It's
Oh yeah, Gilmore
You
Girls is
did?
good too.
no, it's great,
I
but
like
it's
how the dialogue feels like it's not written. It's just kind of all over the
and
freaking
it's
place.
always
We're getting off track.
I always pick up on new things every time I listen to it, and it's just going. So I wash dishes while I
It's
listen
like
to it.
the
It's
West
great.
Wing, but for
But there's coffee and
but there's
books,
the coffee and books,
and it's fall.
It's like Aaron
It's fall in
Sorkin
every season.
wrote
I know
a
it's so great.
mother-daughter sitcom. That's like the pace of the dialogue. Yeah, that had to be taxing as an actor, like to try to memorize all of that and then get
Yeah, I
it right.
could not.
I can
They
only
just
imagine how many
faked
takes that
it. I
took.
think they just ad-libbed every little single conversation.
No,
Well, that's just me.
They may have ad-libbed some of it. I honestly don't know. Anyway,
so with this episode, was it Ice Phantom Menace? What's it called?
Yes.
the Heart of Ice.
The
It's
Heart
getting
of Ice.
political on
Literally
this
the same thing. But yeah, I watched it first time, and I will say, why does everyone have amazing thighs? Amazing, amazing.
comic books, baby.
Actually, all the women are wearing skirts, and the men are wearing pants. Did you notice that?
This is true.
Until
Did you
see
notice?
Catwoman.
Huh?
That's because they're forever trapped in the 40s, but
Yeah.
you haven't seen Catwoman yet.
Okay.
That's true. Catwoman does not wear a dress. Well, I shouldn't say that. When she's Catwoman, she's not wearing a dress. Obviously, she's wearing her suit.
Okay.
But she does wear a dress outside of.
She may or
Being
may not wear
Catwoman.
pants. I'm not really sure.
Selena
I don't
Kyle.
remember.
I had a-
Yeah.
I had a question.
Depends on the episode.
So
Yes.
Ice versus
Oh, then there was
Manhattan.
that Red Assassin character.
So
The Red Assassin character, but that's completely.
Mr. Freeze is the name of the villain, or Victor Freeze is actually his name, like Fries, Victor Freeze.
Okay.
But he is known. His villain name is just Mr. Freeze, as in Freeze. Yes.
So Freeze Enchanted. I thought when he got his face bashed in with Campbell's chicken noodle soup that he would
Spoiler
die.
warning.
Sorry. It's been however many years that this came out.
Yeah.
However many decades. You haven't watched it yet.
34
Can't
years.
say
sorry.
die anymore, Laura. You have to say unalive. now.
Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
He has moved on from this life into the next. But he didn't die?
No, he didn't. Yeah. He appears in some later episodes
And
a movie.
okay. So I guess we can come back to that. How about we go back to the beginning?
He's even alive in Batman
noticed-
Beyond. There's a head.
Oh, Futurama.
what I noticed being from my post art grad days, how they simplified the backgrounds whenever there was like speed happening. They're just lines in the backgrounds. Like if they're in a vehicle and they're going quickly, it's just like it's a dark with like
If you were if you were an animator doing this by hand in the pre-digital days, would you really want to paint the background every single
I liked
frame
it.
of animation?
No. It made it possible, but also you don't want the interest. You don't want the interest to be drawn to the background.
Mhm.
So, and no one really cares. It's kind of like, oh, dude, that guy's going really fast, just because you can see where the movement of the lines
Yeah,
are
you're watching
going.
the action.
And
Or
yeah,
you're
so there
watching
was.
the
I noticed
characters.
that there was a lot of that, and it did feel very comic book-y, and I find it interesting how everyone's heads, like just the way their bodies, like and human anatomy is already really tricky to capture, but if you notice, like, oh man, this is interesting. So like the men, their heads are like really small, and then their shoulders are really broad,
Mm-hmm.
like they're a football player, and then they have these chunky ass thighs that are crazy, and then the women are just like normal, and they're like super busty, and they're curvy.
I wouldn't say super because you haven't seen 90s comics.
I'm just
Yeah.
In comparison
I
to
would
the-
say normal.
in comparison to the men are just very boxy and
So
like,
you're just complaining the men aren't busty.
but like women are like really small and petite and curvy and
yeah, that's a stereotype.
Although Alfred
Supercomic.
is
Is
not.
it? Is it? Well, is it a stereotype? Well,
Yeah.
Like there's
Is
some
it?
there's
Okay.
some male characters throughout the series that are not. So Laura, I'm gonna ask a question. You ask, like, what did you think of the characters, and did you see any character development?
oh, no,
No
I'm
character
just
development.
kidding.
I mean, it is only
So,
a 22-minute episode. But
But
what did you think of the characters as you saw them in this first?
Oh, I like that Batman can get a cold. That makes him feel more human.
Mhm.
And I like that. I'm still wondering where he hid the soup.
Where you the chickens? Yeah.
I think that cold was just a plot device so he would have soup.
Oh,
Yeah.
sure, absolutely it was. No, but
find a cold
I
with soup.
yeah, I know.
Best way
I
to fight a
liked
cold.
that. I was like, oh, little buddy, he's sick, and that just made him feel human.
Well, his feet got
I
cold.
like the. This isn't character related. Can I say something?
Mhm.
I like that it felt like a movie.
Yeah.
It
Oh, yeah.
was not for kids, and I
Yes,
like
this
that.
series
was
really
really-
holds well.
Yeah, and I like the pace of it. It wasn't super flashy.
Mhm.
It was just flashy enough. The music wasn't stupid, and
Full orchestra, baby.
Welcome
Yeah.
to Batman
No
the Animated
digital
Series.
music
cool,
here.
cool.
Yeah, full
And
orchestral score.
I like the movement of the characters. It feels very human. Like it's like stressed out human beings drew these characters, and I love that.
It's because they did.
I love it. I love it. I love it. It's
Poor artists in their
it's-
30s.
it's genuine. It's human, and I love that. I wasn't thrilled about the simplification of like the big rooms. I like that there was plants in that Salt and Pepper's office. That
Oh,
was
yeah.
fine.
Boils.
That was great, but like that, like it was very plain, and it made me It was visually a little boring.
Hmm.
But again, the dialogue was very interesting.
I will say that is a style that remains probably through the series. And some of that
And
may
that's
have been
fine.
due
That's
to budget
fine.
constraints, but some of it was a stylistic choice too, I think.
And also, it's like I am very curious. Like, how long did it take to do a scene?
Oh, man.
Just a scene. I can't imagine.
So imagine if
I would hate this movie so much if I drew it.
Depends
I would
on-
hate it.
depends on the frame rate. Like if they did like say 24 frames per second, that would have been 24 drawings for every second of animation.
Oh, I don't think it's that much. I don't think it's that much. What
So
do you think?
if they did a lower rate, like say
I don't know.
17 frames per second, it's still you're doing 17 drawings per second of film. So
I think it's less.
multiply
I
that
even think
times
it's
60 and then multiply that times 22.
I know
Yeah.
I took animation in college, but my main study has been comic strips,
Mhm.
so I don't know. Richard seems very confident.
Well,
He
this is
seems
mostly from
authoritative.
behind the scenes features.
Oh, okay.
Some of this I think is from the research we did for Loving Vincent because they talked about
because
because it required like
Have
60,000
you seen-
oil paintings for
have
that
you-
movie or something
how many?
like that. 60,000, I
the
think.
fuck. Did you did you see it?
Loving Vince.
I'm pretty sure I would watch the other thing that we versed against it. We fought.
Well, it was by itself in that
It
episode.
was.
Because you were out that week. It was just Laura and I.
Oh well, then I didn't see
Um,
because I was out.
Yeah.
If you want your heart to explode, did you take oil or acrylic painting?
No.
acrylic painting. Okay,
I do charcoal.
okay.
It's not the same.
It's not, but it
The
isn't.
pencil and
It's in the same vein. It was just so much. Oh gosh, like that was. It was too. Oh, it was too much,
Yeah.
sir. It was too much. Make it stop.
Did this
It was beautiful.
did this feel more manageable? Like in terms of that?
Absolutely. I wasn't overwhelmed because with the beginning credits, I was like, no, we have to stop this and admire this handiwork.
Mhm.
nice.
Like it was second pause, second pause, second pause, second pause. Like every frame, how was it? Every frame?
I'm so glad we made Laura watch this.
It was too much.
60, I think something like 60,000 oil paintings. So like
Depends
on the frame rate. And there were probably some scenes that had lower frame rates than others. Like it did seem like they had a lower frame rate than say traditional animation. Probably some of that was just budget constraints. Mm-hmm. There were some scenes that you could kind of tell, it had a low frame rate. You could tell like the action was a little bit choppy or like, but again, that was probably just budget constraints. Like I'm not sure. I'm sure we could probably find it out for research. I'm not sure what they ran at for this show, but I know in its first season it probably had a relatively small budget, and I do know one.
Wait, you're not talking about Love and
Sorry, Batman the Animated Series. Okay. Like, I do know one of the decisions they made, which I think really worked well, is that all of the art is drawn on black paper. They did not. You could probably tell, but they did not. No, I couldn't.
But that makes sense.
They did not use white paper.
White paper is intimidating.
I knew that part.
Yeah, I always thought it was cool, but it was.
Nerd Hatters, we would like to know what is in your nerd hats. For 4 years now, you've been listening to what's in my nerd hat, Laura's nerd hat, Will's nerd hat, Dan Johnson's nerd hat, Laura's Descendants, you name it. You've heard a lot of stuff coming out of a lot of nerd hats. Now we want to know what's in yours. This season, the 4th episode of every month is going to be reserved for listener/guest. Maybe you want to be a guest. Think about it. So, listener selections. 4th episode. Every month. We want to know, what would you like us to cover? What is just aching to creep, crawl, leap live out of your nerd hat? Let us know. You know how to do it, right? Drop us a DM, leave a comment, rating, review, like, subscribe. We'd like to do those things too, but let us know what is in your nerd hat. Alright, it's time to get back to our regularly scheduled programming. Live long and prosper, nerds.
Was the whole episode at night?
Yeah, and like a lot of
it's never daytime in Gotham. You knew that.
A lot of the episodes.
No, I didn't. Why would I know that?
Yeah, it's true. Not very many of the episodes take place during the day. Like I do remember some day scenes in Mask of the Phantasm, the movie. But yeah, most of them take place at night, and part of that's because Batman primarily operates at night.
It's nocturnal.
But you do have scenes with Bruce Wayne over the course of the series, so some of those take place in daylight.
He never sleeps.
Yeah.
That coy bastard.
So what happens when the criminals attack during daylight while he's asleep?
The cops have to deal with that, I guess.
Okay, but back to
the episode. Mm-hmm.
Back to wow. Sloop. Going forward to when Campbell's Chicken Noodle Soup made its debut.
Oh yes. Mm-hmm.
How come that didn't kill him, Mr. Freeze?
I guess they got him allergic. They must have got him back into a cold environment fast enough that he didn't die.
But like, wasn't the suit keeping him alive?
Yeah.
Okay, so make it make sense. The math is not mathing.
There were certain things that the censors wouldn't let them do, basically, and why kill off such a good character in the first episode?
William, dearest
Laura.
William,
dearest Laura.
Look, he took his thermos and was like, whoosha, and into the guy's goldfish bowl head, broke the head of the fish bowl. And the guy's like, ouch, stop. And then
chicken soup bar.
But then he should have died. Like, why? What was the suit for? Sorry, what was the suit for? What was the suit for?
Well, I mean, he didn't die, so obviously it helped.
You're literally not answering my question. What was the suit for?
It kept his body at sub-zero temperature, I think.
Okay, great. But what was it for?
To keep his body
alive.
But why did it need to be at sub-zero?
Because he fell into a vat of chemicals and it altered his genetic structure.
Pseudoscience, Laura.
No. But so did he turn back into a human after that?
No. If you noticed in his cell afterwards, they had to keep it cold.
Oh.
Otherwise, he would have.
Yeah.
He would have died.
I saw that, right?
See, no, I didn't. I did see the snow,
ice
but I didn't see that it had to be cold for him to continue with his existence. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
Yeah, if they hadn't,
Because I was like, he just had it on for the looks, for the kicks and giggles. I'm like,
it
dude.
did make him stronger too. He said. Like,
Okay.
but-
All right.
But
See,
they
that
couldn't
was
let
a
him wear it
okay.
in prison.
No,
That would have been kind.
he would have gotten out. So they
That's-
just
that
kept
would
his
have
cell
been-
cold instead.
That would have been the biggest, bestest
Prison.
shank. What do you call that thing? Don't take away. Don't let anybody take away your thing. Your knife.
I mean, the knife, like a handmade knife, is called a shank.
Yeah, I got it
I
right.
will, just the way. Pop dramatic.
That would have been
pause.
the biggest shank.
Shank.
That suit would
A
have been
man,
shanky.
when I was in prison, I got shanked.
Oh.
I
by a
barely
missile man
survived.
that was cold.
When I was in prison,
No,
I'm trying to do a
no.
Shawshank Redemption.
But don't.
You know what?
But don't,
When
Richard.
I
know
was
what?
in prison,
Sweet, sweet Richard.
I met a
please don't.
man who wanted to escape
Sean Connery should have
dug a
played
hole
Dr. Freeze in at least one thing.
through a wall.
Mr. Freeze, whatever.
Are you being?
And-
Are you Christopher Walken?
I'm trying to do Morgan Freeman. It's my first time ever
I
trying.
thought you were Sean
Morgan
Connery.
No,
See,
yeah,
this is
Morgan Freeman.
this
It's
is both
hard
of
to
your
do.
friends going. It's time to stop.
I was thinking of how Frank Caliendo did it. I was trying to imitate him. He's so much better, but he tells you how to do it. So
Just gonna let it run and
No. See,
Nah.
if you're walking, you gotta be like, I'm afraid of marsupials because they're fast. I'm kidding. I can't do
what they
him.
need is more cowbell. More cowbell.
More cowbell.
That's right.
Nice.
Christopher Walken. More cowbell.
I'm glad I've got him to do this.
Yes. All right. So, Laura, what'd you think of this, your first episode of Batman?
It's good.
By the way, Christopher Walken was in Batman, the first one. Wait, no. Batman Returns.
Richard, say for me, I'm afraid of marsupials because they're fast.
I'm afraid of marsupials. Oh, I can't do it because they're fast.
That was something he said.
What
I
they
think,
need
once.
is a cowbell. So I can hear them coming.
So I'm gonna say this, you guys,
Anyway.
because this has been some of our relationship where Richard he's good at impressions. I will give him that. Okay, don't
Richard,
go.
I-
Not really. When you spend,
I enjoy
no,
doing it.
when you spend a majority of some of your time imitating people, I'm not that good at it, but you really enjoy it.
I do.
What
enjoy it.
what you have done is you make things. You make up quotes
Mhm.
that sound like quotes but aren't quotes, and then you're like, you look at me like, you know what that's from? And I'm like, fuck no, I don't know what that's from. What is it from? He's like, I made it up. He doesn't actually say that,
No, I don't.
but like you talk as if I'm supposed to know what you're saying, and I don't because you made it up. That's all I wanted to say. I yeah, that's it. Also, right before we got before we dated, you did an impression of Jimmy
Oh, yeah.
Stewart, and I was like, wow, I'm gonna marry that guy. We weren't even dating. I was like, wow. I really hope
I
we-
lassoed the moon.
But no, it was weird.
I
'cause
got her with Zuzu's petals.
when Richard and I first met, like he was very conservative, very mild, and just very much
Traumatized.
yes, traumatized Darcy boy. And I was like, yes, give me more, please. Yum.
That's what I want. A man with CPTSD.
I don't
baby.
know. I'm just
CPSD.
attracted to that kind of trauma. I don't
Complex
know.
post-traumatic stress
Oh,
disorder.
complex.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
No,
that.
I liked it because I was like, wow, that guy is not anything like my family.
Oh yes,
That's cool.
and that's part of the reason I was attracted to her family is that they were so different than my family. Much
Messed
louder
up.
and like
Dysfunctional,
yeah,
loud.
my family's dysfunctional in a different way.
Your family's, you know,
Yeah.
your family's
Families.
normal.
Everybody's
family?
everybody's family is a little
I
messed
don't
up.
know.
You know what I
I
mean?
don't know.
That's why The Simpsons is so successful because it's like it owns that. It's like this family's messed up, but they love each other and they have each other's backs at the end of the day.
Back to today's
That's
episode.
so
Yeah,
nice.
I
wish that were
really
Back-
real.
okay. Never mind.
Back to Batman, baby. I don't know why I keep saying baby in this episode, but
It
back
is
to
real
Batman.
Back to what?
sometimes.
Back to Batman.
Okay, so I'm mostly intrigued, and I liked it, and it was much more palatable than Loving Vincent in a different
Mm.
way. Even those are like that's like comparing lasagna to a cheeseburger. It's not; those are not the same thing.
No, no, no.
And
Well, what if it's a frozen lasagna?
no, William, shh.
and a cheeseburger from Chili's.
William.
Okay.
White Castle.
William.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I'd like to watch more. That's how I feel.
Good.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'm so glad we
No,
made
that's
her watch
right.
this.
Yeah.
She gets to see the art.
That's
that
right.
is
It
Batman
is
animated
art,
series.
but like it's also
right.
not obnoxious. Like
but at
it-
least the first 3 seasons.
yeah.
That's true. Yeah, the fourth season, which came several years after the third, was not as good, I will say. And the
But they-
animation style changed too, which is
They
not as
did
good.
redesign Penguin. That was good.
I liked Penguin in the. That's my favorite version of the Penguin too.
Really?
Honestly, the
You
animated
like
series.
the Penguin that's based off of Batman 2, Batman Returns?
But see,
with
he's
Danny
not
DeVito?
though, because his character, his personality is so much different than Danny DeVito's performance. And
True.
like
I meant the
he's
design.
refined.
Oh, is
He's a
Danny
refined.
DeVito?
He's a refined gentleman, whereas the Penguin in Batman Returns is like I don't even know how to. He escaped from the sewers. He like grew up in the sewers, so he behaves like that, I guess. Whereas Oswald Cobblepot in
Yeah, that
the
was such a weird
in the
take on
Batman the
Penguin.
animated series,
And
is,
Michael Keaton.
he's like a refined gentleman who talks.
Tim, what's his name? Yes.
Yeah, he's a refined gentleman who does occasionally have anger issues and tries to kill Batman from time to time, but also wants to be no. I actually don't remember if he ever ran for mayor in the animated series, but he does obviously in Batman Returns. But I did not like Danny DeVito's performance, and well, I should say that it's not just his fault because the writing. Anyway, so you liked Heart of Ice.
I did.
Did you like the voice acting?
I just did.
This is his appearance in the early season. This is season 4.
Yeah, I mean that is good.
Wait, babe,
But-
you asked me a question.
Sorry.
Yes.
So let's move on back to Laura.
Yeah,
Sorry.
William.
Yes,
Yeah.
so you like the voice acting.
I liked the voice acting. It was varied, and I could tell that the characters were the characters. Am I right?
Mhm.
No, they were all just different from each other, and I like that. And they did all sound like, whoa, white. That's what it is. Super white.
You did make me
in
think.
this episode it was all
Why
white
are
guys.
there only white people?
Yeah,
in
you
this
said
episode?
that earlier, and I was like, "Whoa, my mind is blown." Are there any black people except
you
for
know
maybe
Do you know why you
Fox
didn't notice? Do you-
character in this series? I don't know.
why you didn't
Yeah, there are
notice
from
why?
time to time, but this is like
It's
a
'cause you're white.
this is like an analog for Chicago as well. And while there are
Huh.
black people in Chicago, it's predominantly white. So like
Okay.
it's
Okay.
But yeah, there are some black people that show up from time to time in the series.
But Lucius Fox,
Lucius
he does,
Fox is one. Yeah.
he does appear in this series, right? It's
Oh,
just
yeah.
been a
Mhm.
while. I
Yeah,
thought
yeah,
he
yeah.
did.
Multiple times. Yeah. Mhm.
Good.
So even the whiteness of it, I still thought it was intriguing. That it's very white. Where do we go to from here?
Now on to our next segment in our celebration of 4 years. So we're going to be talking about top 5 lists. We're going to share our own top 5 favorite episodes that we have created in the 4-year history of this podcast. And we're also going to share the audience top 5. In other words, what are the 5 most popular episodes in the history of the podcast? So we'll do a few things like that and maybe pepper in some clips as well as part of this big 4-year anniversary celebration. So thanks for joining us for this first segment, a review of Heart of Ice. Laura is no longer a Batman the Animated Series version.
Ew.
We're glad for that.
Get
I
your
did not
feet off
sign-
the table, Laura. They're a children present.
I did not. Was not ready for that.
I was holding back that foot joke.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Just a bookend this whole thing.
So thanks for joining us for this review of Heart of Ice. The Nerd Hat podcast was produced in partnership with Nerd Hat Productions, which is owned by me, Richard Best. So it's produced by me. Wait, what is this music? Hold on just a second. Let me see if I can find my normal music. There we go. Okay, so the Nerd Hat podcast is produced by Nerd Hat Productions. I want to give a big thank you to my co-hosts, Will Boyer and Laura Morales. They have been such a big part of the success of this podcast. It would not be possible without them. I mean that sincerely. I would have quit a long damn time ago. Thanks also to all of our many collaborators and guests over the years, and most recently Elijah Miller for giving us a new logo. While I was involved in creating it, I did not do the artwork. He did it, and it was amazing. So, the Nerdhead Podcast was recorded by me, Richard Best, and edited by me, Richard Best, with a little bit of assistance from Riverside.fm. I appreciate that program. It has been very helpful for virtual recordings, like on snow days, things like that. You name it. Anyway, I digress. Until next time, nerds, nerd hatters, nerdettes, assorted nerd persons, live long and prosper. Beep.
That's just feet.
William,
That's just feet,
William.
Will.
want to.
Didn't know you
I
had a
don't
purr.
want to.
I had a foot fetish.
That I do not understand.